It's all you ever hear. Look like this, think like this, be like this. How do you fight it? We started our own radio station. We keep our identities secret. It gives us the power to say what we want as loud as we want.
We change the rules around. We've got a different sound. Tune into the underground. 'Cause when it gets too much, you have no choice. Oh yeah, you gotta make some noise. Are you listening? Are you listening? Now we're on the air.
You're listening to Radio Free Roscoe.
Delicious. Have I ever told you that your eyes are as brown and inviting as the pudding you serve?
You're in a good mood.
Just because we're on the verge of radio starting doesn't mean I can't be nice to the little people.
Jerk.
Ray? Yeah. We are the little people. That may be true, but after 4 o'clock today, we are going to be the biggest thing since bubble wrap.
Nothing may ever be the same again.
This is true. Hey, pretty lady.
And some things will be the same.
Hey, Ed. Ted, so what do you guys think? Potential?
Has to be better than Cougar Radio.
Well, listening to a chihuahua being sucked through a straw would sound better than Cougar Radio.
Ditto.
Okay.
Okay, guys, there's one quick change. After I open with my question of the day, Ray, let's flip-flop section 1 with section 3. Lily, your song's still in the same place, though.
Where's the part in the show where we get to be spontaneous? Oh, here it is. 4:17 p.m. Be spontaneous. Great, Robbie, because, I'd hate for this to be too planned out.
I just want to get it right. I don't want people to tune in and think we're a bunch of clowns.
What is that?
Beef stroganoff. Got it from NASA. You want a space frosty?
Not bad. Space brain freeze.
Hey, we saw the posters. Nice touch.
Yeah, how early did you have to get here?
Who said I went home?
Okay, so what's up with the transmitter?
I did a circuit test. Nothing blew up, but to be on the safe side, I'd wear rubber-soled shoes.
I'm writing my will.
Hey, have you guys found your radio names yet?
I'm waiting for the universe to reveal it to me.
Yes, what he said.
I was thinking the Rayminator. All right, Ray, Terminator, best of both worlds, huh?
How about Rungus, like Ray and Fungus? It's the best of both worlds.
It's cute. I'll take that under advisement. How's your song going anyway?
I'm still having a hard time rhyming with the word Roscoe.
How about Moscow?
Yeah, like we're kicking butt from Roscoe to Moscow.
Yo and hello, Cougars. I'm Kim Carlisle, hoping you all remember that your altitude is defined by your attitude. As for your aptitude, all ninth graders are reminded that the career aptitude test being administered next period is mandatory. So if you ever grow up, this is how you'll know what you're gonna be.
I already know what I want to be when I grow up. Kim Carlisle.
Robbie.
Now, I don't want you to think of this as a test. I want you to think of it as a tool.
Speaking of tools.
I'm sorry, Mr. Brennan. Was there something you wanted to say?
Only that I often like to speak of tools, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Because they comfort me in times of trouble. The crescent wrench. Ah.
They're not grading us on this.
Sorry, reflex. Look at him go, Mr. Neat Box Filler Man. So neatly filling all the boxes. Hey, mister, I'm not giving satisfaction to my tormentors. Mister, never mind. Hey, what are you doing?
I'm making a donkey.
What do you think of radio? Like radio, huh? Mr. Ray. Gabba Gabba Ray. Gamma Ray.
Ray, come on, man. You can't give yourself a nickname.
Why not? Who else knows my adorable little quirks better than me?
Ray, a nickname is like a present a friend gives another friend.
Yeah, like mono.
I still don't see what the big deal is.
If we're gonna take chances, we have to be anonymous. Besides, it's cool to have a secret identity.
So, do you have any nicknames for me yet, or what?
Working on it.
What is Travis doing in there? Building an escape pod? I thought he said he was gonna be ready.
Considering this is his equipment and he's been doing this all in his own time, and you can't even operate an electric can opener, put a sock in it, okay?
I got it. How about Shady Lane?
Yeah, Shady Lane. Great one, Robbie. Considering no one has ever called her that.
No, it's a song by Pavement, the band. I mean, it's what made me want to start playing the guitar. That's perfect, Robbie.
That's one down. So, what'd you guys think about that career aptitude test? What a joke, huh? I mean, what's your favorite flower? So that's supposed to prove. What if you don't have a favorite flower? What if
you try ending your sentences without a question mark every time?
Question mark?
Okay, ready.
Man.
Remember when we were kids and we used to come in here and talk in our walkie-talkies pretending we were on the radio?
Yeah, I think the only people that ever heard us were parents with baby monitors. This is Baby Come Back for all those moms out there with spit up on their shoulder.
It's a 1947 vibraphone microphone. Hold on tightly. If you drop it on your foot, you will cry.
I wasn't touching anything, Smirk Dog.
Smirk Dog. Smirk Dog. Smog. Best of both worlds. Thanks, Ray. The universe has spoken. Where were we? You talk here. It goes into the preamp here where I might boost the juice a little, then onto the mixers where I might pitch your voices a bit to make you sound less like you. These are your standard audio components, all retrofitted for the various idiosyncrasies of our system. Lily, I have your guitar jack here. These are your effects pedals. Fuzz, reverb, and of course the wah-wah. All your genius gets sent into this transmitter, which modulates your frequencies and sends it vibrating over our antenna out into that square mile of real estate that we call Roscoe. Any questions?
Oh! Oh! Oh!
He did warn you, Ray.
And that is your countdown clock.
To your battle stations.
Are we famous yet?
So you guys ready to do this?
What about Ray's radio name?
Pronto. The opposite of what you really are. Because you always wait till the last second.
Pronto.
So what do you think?
I don't know. I'll have to get back to you on that one.
And we're live in 10, 9, 8, 7.
Is anybody out there? Anybody? This is Radio Free Roscoe, your 1-watt beacon of uncertainty shining through the radio smog. Thanks for tuning us in. I'm Question Mark, and I'm wondering, why should you listen to us? We're not giving away cash and prizes, and the only zippy slogan we have is, slogans suck. But here's the thing. If you're tired of not having a voice, if you're tired of not having choices, if you're tired of... I'm sorry. Am I boring you?
Well, I was just getting tired of your tired of speech. I know you thought you were on a roll there, but, hey, if anybody was out there operating heavy machinery, there would have been trouble.
Thank you, Pronto, for that excellent bit of improv. Now, let's go to our own Shady Lane, who's sitting here with a guitar and our new theme song. Shady?
Whistling in the... Wait, sorry, that's... Whistling in the...
Wait, sorry. Crud, my string broke. While I try and fix it, let's listen to The Rocket Summer and their song, The Sky Is So Blue.
Okay, not perfect, but we're just nervous. Just nervous, and Ray is screwing everything up.
Oh, I'm sorry. I had no idea you were going to be reading the entire phone book to us.
Ray, this isn't us just sitting around and goofing off. This is supposed to be real radio.
Oh, is that what it is? Little Miss whistling in the wait! Ow.
Travis?
That it shows, but life ain't so bad, you know. And now the sky's such a sweet blue, and you made this come true, and my heart feels so new.
Okay, a bit of a slow start, but then we came on strong. Who does that? Champions. They only knew.
Have you heard anybody talking about us? Has there been any buzz about us in the girls' bathroom?
Why do guys think that the girls' bathroom is this hotbed of intrigue? I mean, what, has there been any buzz about us in the boys' bathroom, guys?
Guys don't talk in the bathroom.
It's not our way.
We don't even like to make eye contact.
We don't even like to make eye contact when we're talking about the boys' bathroom.
Okay.
Waller looks more twitchy than usual. Maybe he listened.
Or maybe he's just been talking to Ed and Ted here.
Looks like they're happy with their test results.
Oh, yo, hey, Ed, Ted.
That's Ted and Ed. We're going reverse alphabetical now. It's only fair.
Okay, Ted and Ed then. Hey, did you guys happen to check out that RFR thing last night, or?
Don't get me started.
That bad?
Strength factor 11, maybe 12.
Really? I thought after they got rolling, it wasn't that bad.
It was too pseudo.
It wanted to be real radio, but let me tell you something about radio. And just because it's on the radio doesn't mean it's radio.
Ted, you just said radio 4 times in one sentence.
Record!
How can they say it wasn't real radio?
It was just Ed and Ted. I thought you guys said they were androids.
Oh, they're androids. But I mean, they're right. I mean, think about it. If we weren't us, just 4 other dudes and dudettes, and we heard us pseudo-dudos babbling away yesterday on the radio, what do you think we'd do?
Turn to a real station.
Now, aren't you guys glad we have secret identities? It comes in handy when we suck out loud.
But we don't have secret identities. Look, I bought into this whole Spider-Man Peter Parker trip, A, because I got some deep personal problems, and B, because who doesn't want to be Spider-Man, right? But here's the thing. Yesterday, we weren't Spider-Man. We were just a bunch of wimpy Peter Parkers.
By day, he's Peter Parker. But by night, he's Peter Parker.
But I thought keeping it real was kind of the point of all this.
Well, there's the twist, my friend. You want to make real radio? Maybe you can't be real. Especially when you're 14 years old, you wear hand-me-down underwear, and you have back knee. Back knee, it's back acne. Who wants that? Not me. Lily here has stage fright. But Shady Lane?
Radio Free Roscoe, your 1-watt flamethrower of truth, 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 truth. Oops.
Hey, this is Question Mark, and I'm wondering, why, oh why, do they let Pronto handle the flamethrower of truth? They know what's gonna happen.
Oh, that felt great. Hey, look, it's Principal Waller. Hey, look, it's my career aptitude test. Hey, look, it's my entire future.
Stank factor 13.
Why is it that I don't feel you love me anymore?
Jockhead spilled milk on my pretzel nubs instead of my sandwich.
What were you thinking you'd see?
I don't know, maybe some evidence that we kicked some Roscoe butt, I guess.
Are you kidding me? We kicked butt up and down the street yesterday. Look, there is fear in the teacher's eyes, and Waller is about to call in the National Guard. I'm serious.
Ray, do you really think anyone took that whole shock jock routine seriously? We were a bunch of hacks yesterday.
Yeah, but we were hacks with attitude.
Yo and hello, Cougars. It seems like Kim has a little competition. It starts with an R, ends with an R, and has a big fat F in the middle. That's right. I'm talking about Radio Free Roscoe, as in free of talent, free of coolness, and Roscoe should be free of them. So guys, if you're listening, let me take your little radio hopes and dreams and apply my own flamethrower of truth.
What was I thinking? I wonder, can you trade them like MP3 files?
Or trade them for MP3 files. Look, I'll give you a career in trucking for 2 Bon Jovi songs and anything by Linkin Park.
So should we open them before or after the show?
Let's open them now. Suddenly, any future's looking better than this one.
You may already be a loser.
I'm probably gonna get guidance counselor. I'll end up playing motivational songs at career expos.
What should I do? What should I be? When you objectively assess your primary goal-setting priorities, you set yourself free. Everybody sing. You set yourself free. It's good.
You
set yourself free.
Farmer.
Lawyer.
Dentist?
I got musician.
That's good, right?
No, the whole point of music is that it isn't my career. Okay, do you think Lennon and McCartney started the Beatles just because they got musician on their aptitude test?
Well, at least you don't have to be a lawyer. I mean, that's not even donkey related.
Look, if my dad sees that I got dentist, my cartoon watching days are over and my reading up on gingivitis days will have just begun.
Should we be talking about this on the air? Would people be interested? Hello?
Hey, this is Dave, and I totally agree with what you've been saying about the test. The whole thing is just career brainwashing.
How does Dave know what we're talking about?
Because I turned the mic on about 2 minutes ago.
You cheese plug, huh?
Why? For a couple of seconds there, I actually started to hear some real radio, and I just couldn't help myself.
Are you guys there?
Yeah, Dave, we're here. Thanks for hanging in there with us. We have to talk about this. Can you put on a song or go off the air?
No. Sorry.
No, sorry. I think it's time we kick some butt from Roscoe to Moscow, huh?
You could have blown our cover.
What's the point of having a cover if all you're gonna do is hide behind it?
Guys, I'm using up all my anytime minutes.
Yeah, we'll get to you, Dave. Chill.
All right, turn it off, man. I'm serious.
Why? It was just starting to get good.
All right, where's the plug?
Pronto.
Where's the plug?
Stop. He's right. He's sneaky, but he's right.
I'm way over my limit here.
Sorry, Dave. Thanks for calling us here at RFR, your 1-watt radio station. I'm question mark, and I'm wondering, what's your problem?
It's about that aptitude test. I didn't even want to take it, but Waller said colleges are looking more seriously at the results.
We're 14 years old.
We should organize a boycott of Career Day.
Count me in.
This is RFR. What's eating you?
Hi, I'm Ed. And this is Ted. And, we were wondering what happens if you don't have aptitude for anything.
Well, that's easy. Then you get to be Principal Waller.
Okay, bye, Mom.
I know these tests are supposed to help us find ourselves, but here at RFR, we'd rather spend our time getting lost. If you don't know where you're going either, take us along for the ride. You can drive, we'll bring the snacks.
This is RFR. You're on the air.